There's a moment that happens to all of us when someone says something that stings. A text goes unanswered. A meeting feels awkward. A friend pulls away. Or a partner seems distant. And almost instantly, our mind rushes to certainty. They don't respect me. I embarrassed myself. Or they're selfish. And I'm failing. Or I'm not enough. But what if certainty is not wisdom? What if it is protection? Today I want to talk about a value that completely changes the way we move through conflict, shame, relationships, and even our relationship with ourselves. Curiosity. At first it sounds simple, almost too simple. But when you have to do it in situations when someone is feeling distant or you feel like you're failing, it becomes radical. Because judgment, it's very fast. But curiosity, it's very slow. It doesn't come naturally. You have to train yourself for it. And it's also because judgment gives us a control of a situation. Your mind wants to close the loop and reach some conclusion. So it reaches a conclusion and it passes a judgment. And there you go, it closes the loop. But curiosity, it asks us to tolerate uncertainty, tolerate not knowing. And that's not natural for our brain. But it is one of the core ingredients to our connections and emotional resilience because it requires vulnerability. Think about how many times we react before we reflect. Someone disappoints us and we build a whole story around their intentions. It helps us to avoid pain, but it also blocks connection. And curiosity, it does the opposite. It loosens the armor just enough to let the truth come in. So instead of saying they're wrong, curiosity asks, what might I be missing? So instead of I'm a failure, curiosity asks, why did this affect me so deeply? Instead of I know exactly what this means, curiosity asks, what else could be true here? And that question alone can change an entire life. Because most suffering doesn't come from events alone. It comes from the story we create around them. And you know what the scariest thing is? Our stories often feel like facts to our brain, especially when we feel ashamed. On the other hand, curiosity creates space between the experience and the identity. Instead of collapsing into self-condemnation, we begin investigating with compassion. Why did I react this way? Which fear got triggered? What am I protecting? Or what do I actually need right now? This shift matters because healing begins with understanding. And maybe that is why curiosity is emotionally brave. It takes courage to admit that you don't fully understand. It takes courage to stay open when your instinct is to shut down. And it takes courage to ask questions you may not like the answer to. A lot of us think bravery looks like certainty. But often, real courage sounds more like, I might be wrong, I don't know yet, help me understand, or there's probably more to it. But that kind of openness is uncomfortable. But that also is where growth lives. Instead of trying to win, we try to understand. And understanding doesn't always mean agreement, but it creates the possibility of connection. So the next time you feel defensive, pause before concluding. And the next time shame or rejection shows up, get curious instead of cruel. And the next time you feel uncertain about someone's intentions, ask yourself, what story am I telling myself? What else could be true? Because curiosity is not weakness. It's courage without armor. Thank you for listening. And if this resonated with you, please share it with someone who you care about. Till next time, stay open, stay honest, and stay curious. Take care.